Hey there, this is Chris Decato with a weird video. Yeah, so we're gonna see if my computer can do this. Kind of a test. After hearing this and probably clicking on the button that said "Love Begets Love," you probably know what this song is about and who wrote it, and that kind of story and all that stuff. Jocelyn Mckenzie, the amazing and talented and lovely and incredible. So this was her tune. This is her jam, man. And I was lucky enough to be asked to flesh it out and kind of make it into what it became. Anyways, so we're gonna start in the beginning. There's a whole lot of stuff to check out because this is a super cool tune, and it was a super cool, fun thing for me to try to make happen, kind of outside of my usual. So here we go. So this is what I initially heard.
You split your head into today. Oh, how I missed your face. Your hair turned white after she died.
Yeah, so, and what I remember is when Jocelyn played live, she talked about like doing some cooking class or something, and that like a ladle kind of tilted and wiggled on the on a table or something, on a cutting board or whatever, and did that booty 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 kind of thing, and that's what kind of wrote the song for her. So I thought that was pretty incredible, and but I was way jiving on that exact thing, that bass line, that booty booty booty. You know, that thing was like talking to me right away. And so I immediately went to, I wanted it to be a real bass, not like a synthesized kind of pretend thing. And so that's what this is. If I can click. Yeah, so that's Clint, my electric bass. And what I knew right away from doing, like listening to the song from her reference and doing, so what initially happened was I kind of did like a quick mock-up of her reference using a fake bass and strings, and then she sent like this amazing vocal over that, and I was like, oh my god. So I knew right away I wanted real drums in this thing, and I wanted real instruments. It's because so much, so much nowadays you hear like all these like Sia, and I don't even know all the names of them, like these, these big vocal singers, and there's no guitars, and it's all just synthesized stuff. Maybe there's real drums, maybe, but everything else is coming out of a computer. It's all EDM kind of sounding. And so I wanted to do like real guitars and real organ and kind of real sounding, or, instruments, and try to make a tune that's like big dancey kind of sound. That was my goal. Anyways, so right away I wanted real bass and I wanted real drums. So let's just like jump straight to drum land. And they don't come in for a bit. Yeah, so here real drums, you know? So this is Jamie's big, his Radio King kit that he's lent me for now a couple of years. And you can see there's all these cuts in the front of it. Because I was playing through the whole thing, and then I decided, it was like, oh, wait. And there's a lot of that kind of stuff in this song where I was like, I was doing stuff and then ended up cutting things out and muting things, and I was doing all this stuff in here, and it gets a little bit crazy. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff to kind of try to go over, and I can't, even talk about why. It just is what ended up happening as I was kind of constructing the tune. So another cool thing. So it's just that's like real drums. Let's check out, the only thing I did add, because I wanted that kick to be like, it's already giant, right? But I added this, like, a pretend, where is it? It's down here in the bottom somewhere, hiding. There it is. The kick, I called it the kick enhance. Oh, stop it. Right? So it's just like a 40 hertz kind of thing going on. I'll solo it. See if we can. That's what it is. It's that kind of 909. Boom. So added that in, and it really brings that. And I literally went in and like played every single one of those in MIDI. And all of that comes out of Reason, which is another kind of thing I wanted to talk about in this video. Not because it's anything special but it's just something different that I've never talked about in videos before like this. So the way that I use Reason, and if you know what Reason is, this is Reason right here. And it's kind of just like a rack. It's a really cool program, and there's a million different, oh boy, my computer's going like, no, you can't do this. Don't do this to me. There's drum machines and synthesizers and samplers and all kinds of super cool stuff sitting right back here. And so if I could get, oh, it's not going to want me to do it. My computer's going, hey, cut it out. You're making a video. I can show you Pro Tools, but nah. All right. So, oh boy. Yeah, it's really bad. Oh, there it is. It just made a noise. So there's that sample, right? So anyways, so that's how that works. That's like sitting in the background, and all that stuff comes through a channel here that I call Reason, right? So there it is. And this is the thing. It's Rewire. That's how it gets done. And you can send MIDI tracks to it. So I can create a new MIDI track so you can see them all. All my actual tracks are sitting here. The ones with a little dot are the ones that are visible. But let's find like that extra kick enhance. There's the, maybe it's this here. Let's take a look. Yeah, so there's all those MIDI notes right there. And you can see they go to Kong right there. So in the output. Anyways, so that's how that works. It's kind of fun. And Reason's a super cool program. There's lots of great synths, and I'm gonna show you some of them. Some of the sounds I got out of Reason also. So that's the kit. So real drums. Let's just listen to a little bit more of that real quick. Oh, I gotta do this. I should have made that a group. I didn't. And there's other stuff like some snaps and claps and tambourine and stuff I'll have to go and get. So anyways, that's that. So let's listen to some of the guitars. So right away I wanted guitars. And I didn't just want guitars, I wanted acoustic guitars. So here it is. Acoustic guitar. Yeah, so in the chorus, this is that acoustic guitar. With a little leakage. Listen. Yeah, see? That little wobbly thing. I was inspired. Anyways, yeah, so that's what the acoustics doing in there, and then there's electrics too. Let's go listen to them. So this is in the verse. Wait, let's start here. If you put those together. Right? Kind of weird and cool. And then when the chorus kicks in, time to rock, right? But it still wasn't like as big when I was listening to that. I still wanted like some of that synth thing that happens like in a, modern kind of pop thing. So this is Reason. Right? You throw that stuff in there along with those electrics. Right? Gets big, right? That's cool. I was way down with that. And I still was kind of playing around with this bass. It was still this electric bass until I started playing around with the organ, right? And I was using the B4, which is a plug-in in here. But I fell in love with the bass switching from the electric bass to the organ bass, right? Right, so it's doing this. Listen to that thing. Right? Oh, man. And then I really wanted organ chords too, and I was sending from my plugin that's in the computer of like an organ, a virtual organ. I was sending that out to my actual Leslie, and when I would do the bass and the chords together, they were super crunch, too much. And so to get the bass tone I wanted, I ended up doing them kind of separate. So the organ, so here's what the chords were like through the Leslie cab. And this is the bass. They go together. And usually it's that grind. When you do them together, that grind is what's so great. But man, it was too much. I couldn't dial it back the way I liked. And so I ended up separating them. And that ended up being super cool. But yeah, dude. Because I wanted that super distortion, that for the bass. And I was way into that. And you add that acoustic guitar to that, and the electrics. Right? super fun stuff. Anyways, and we haven't even gotten to the vocal yet, which is like this incredible other thing that's in the song. It's what is the song. It's outrageous. And I'm just kind of try to figure out a weird way to just kind of listen to the amazing Jocelyn Mckenzie and maybe put together a weird alternate mix as we're going along. I'm going to do like acoustic, just the organ bass maybe. Where's that? Yeah, and the electric bass and some drums. I definitely want that thing down here. That thing's cool sounding. Let's just start from the top from there. Oh, come on. Where is she? Where is she? Why isn't she there? Okay, here we go.
You split your head into today. Oh, how I missed your face. Your hair turned white after she died. Yeah, we stole away off to a star, for to return to who we are. And oh, it was frightening. We came back to life. Yeah, if you want me, come and get it off love. If you want me, come and get it off love. I made enough at her bedside. Promised I'd take care of her guy. No, it's not the same, but I'll keep you safe. Yeah, back down to where you're far away. I pray for you every day, and always remind, yeah, my arms are open wide. Yeah, if you want me, come and get it off love. If you want me, come and get it off love. And I'm not running out. Love begets love, love begets more love. Love begets love, love begets more.
Yeah, so that was interesting and kind of different.
Love begets
I'm going to leave a link to the actual tune in the description. And, but yeah, so there you go. Kind of a different mix and a fun kind of poke around through the thing. This is my first take actually trying to do this. So I'm just I'm hoping this is going to be it. So, but so glad that you watched. If you did, and if you like this, let me know. I'll make more and talk to you soon.